Good morning. Welcome to Unitarian Universalist congregation at Shelter Rock, and welcome to this gathering of spiritual seekers, advocates for justice, and providers of shelter from the storm. My name is Reverend Meagan Henry, and I am leading today's service with our worship associate, Rachel Zampino. Thank you. And I have the honor of serving this congregation with my minister colleagues, Reverend David Carl Olson, and our student minister, Brian Bauer, and all of us under the care of our lead minister, Reverend Dr. Natalie Fenimore. Here, we live into our vision to create loving religious community, encourage spiritual growth, and build a more just and joyful world. We come together to remember that we are not alone, that we are part of a great community of people who refuse to surrender to despair, who choose engagement over apathy, who transform hope from a feeling into a practice. May our time together strengthen our resolve, deepen our connections, and send us back into the world ready to be the hope we wish to see. We have many opportunities to spend time together over the coming weeks and throughout this winter holiday season. After the service today, you are invited to the social hall for lunch. If you are a first-time visitor, lunch is on us. We have many things happening this afternoon. It's a very full and exciting afternoon, a great time to be here. The lunch folks are also taking tickets for the Messiah Sing. So the more quickly people can move through the line for lunch, the better on everyone. So after lunch, we will gather for the Messiah Sing right here in our worship room. Obviously, right? The setup is ready to go. This is the annual Messiah Sing, and I'm really excited to get to be a part of it this year. Also, after the service, also in the social hall during lunch is the Women's Group December Holiday Sale, which continues from noon until 1:30. The Messiah Sing begins at 1:30. This Wednesday, join us for Peace, Love, and Desserts with Willow for a concert, home-baked sweets, and sing-alongs in the social hall at 7 p.m. Soulful Sundown is this Friday, December 12th, led by Reverend Dr. Natalie Fenimore. We have two big events to be aware of next Sunday, December 14th. There is a congregational meeting immediately after the service here in the worship room. I was going to say there's an important congregational meeting, but then I was like, well, when is it not an important congregational meeting? So a vote will be taken, as I understand it, so please plan to be present for our democracy in action. In addition, the other event next Sunday after the service is the Religious Education Holiday Decorations Crafting Party, which is from 12:30 to 2 p.m. in the social hall. Let's all take a deep breath and relax into worship. Let us now light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist community.
We light this chalice for the path we cannot see, for the courage to keep going, for the hope that lives in action. For all who came before us and all who will follow, may this flame remind us that even in the darkness, we can choose to create light.
Be it real or a metaphor, whatever is in your backpack or your briefcase or your purse that you've brought into this sanctuary that is weighing you down, leave it behind. Whatever you are carrying that is keeping you distracted or caught up in shame or guilt or hopelessness, leave it behind. If you need it, it will be there when we're done. But for this hour, just let it go. Come into this place with open hearts. Come into this place with a soul that has remembered how to be tender again. Come into this place with a renewed hope for this world. Come into this place ready to build a world we've always been worthy of and have always dreamed of. Now let us rise and sing together hymn number 1018 in your teal hymnal. Come and go with me.
Please remain standing for the words of affirmation. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need, this do we affirm and covenant with each other. You may be seated. Every month during worship, we take a special collection to support nonprofit groups that serve human need. This month's offering will provide support to the North Shore Soup Kitchen, a not-for-profit, volunteer-based organization established in 1989 to feed hungry people in the Glen Cove area. It is staffed by a group of more than 100 volunteers. These volunteers cook, serve, and clean up after meals. UUCSR has supported the North Shore Soup Kitchen for decades. There are many ways to give, as you can see on your screen. You can use your QR code with the instructions or in your order of service. You can go to paypal.com to send money to donate@uucsr.org, or you may also go to the giving page on uucsr.org to set up a one-time or recurring payment. Pay by check by dropping in the collection box in the main lobby or in mailing to the UUCSR Finance Office. Just remember to enter December offering in the memo line. Or as always, you can choose to drop cash in the donation box in the lobby. Whatever you choose, please be as generous as you can, and thank you.
Let us enter into a time of meditation and prayer. We will have a moment of silent meditation to begin. Spirit of compassion, courage, and kindness. In this world of complexity and contradiction, we come together holding fast to hope. Help us to remember that human history is not just a story of cruelty and despair, but also of compassion, sacrifice, and bravery. May we choose to see the light amidst the darkness. For if we focus only on the worst, we risk losing the power to create change. Spirit of life, remind us of the times and places, so many, where people have acted magnificently. And let these memories give us energy to act. Even in the smallest of deeds, let us move forward, trusting that we need not wait for a distant future. For the future is born in every present moment. Teach us to live now as we believe we should, defying the forces of despair and destruction, and finding in each act of goodness a marvelous victory. Amen, and blessed be.
The future is bigger than our imaginations. It's unimaginable, and then it comes anyway. To meet it, we need to keep going. To walk past what we can imagine, we need to be unstoppable. And here's what it takes. You don't stop walking to congratulate yourself. You don't stop walking to wallow in despair. You don't stop because your own life got too comfortable or too rough. You don't stop because you won. You don't stop because you lost. There's more to win, more to lose, others who need you. You don't stop walking because there is no way forward. Of course there's no way. You walk the path into being. You make the way. And if you do it well, others can follow the route. You look backward to grasp the long history you're moving from, the paths others have made, the road you came in on. You look forward to possibility. That's what we mean by hope. You look past it into the impossible, and that doesn't stop you either. But mostly, you just walk. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. That's what makes you unstoppable.
In the science of fire ecology, there is a fascinating phenomenon. Some seeds only germinate after a forest fire. The jack pine's cones, for instance, are sealed with resin that melts only in intense heat, releasing seeds precisely when the forest floor has been cleared by devastation. What appears to be complete destruction is, in fact, the exact condition needed for new life. I've been thinking about those seeds lately as I consider what it means to choose hope in a time that feels consumed by flames. This month, our worship theme is choosing hope. It is a theme that arrives at a moment when hopelessness feels pervasive. There's a particular kind of exhaustion we feel right now. It's the exhaustion of living in a world where despair seems to have the upper hand. For many of us, this sense of hopelessness is at an all-time high in our lifetimes. We witness environmental destruction, wars, and forced starvation. We witness the rise of authoritarianism worldwide and the systematic destruction of the entire system of democracy here in the United States. This feeds a deep world weariness. We're told we must either embrace blind optimism or surrender to cynical defeat, neither offering a truthful way forward. And so we find ourselves trapped between two inadequate responses, unable to move with integrity in either direction. But there is another way. Hope. Not as a feeling or prediction, but as a practice, a discipline, perhaps even a spiritual discipline, but certainly as a radical act. We've just heard Rebecca Solnit's powerful words beginning with, "The future is bigger than our imaginations. It's unimaginable." And then it comes anyway. How many times have we been surprised by the unprecedented and the unexpected? The Berlin Wall falls. That was certainly formative and unexpected in my teenage years. We all have something, and maybe many things. A pandemic reshapes everything. The first Muslim is elected mayor of New York City, in spite of a relentless media campaign of Islamophobia and fear-mongering. A technology we never dreamed of becomes ordinary. I mean, my watch? This was like Star Trek, the future, when I was a kid. We are terrible prophets. And that's precisely the point. The future doesn't need our permission to arrive. It's coming, whether we're ready or not, whether we can imagine it or not. So what do we do in the face of this massive, uncontrollable, unimaginable future? Rebecca Solnit tells us to meet it, we need to keep going, to walk past what we can imagine. Yes, it's ableist language. I know, I hear it too, the walking, the feet. We're using it as a metaphor, and I just want to acknowledge that. I hear it too, and I'm going into metaphor land with that because it's about moving, right? It's about acting. It's about choosing and acting. In her words, I hear an invitation to reject every form of stopping. Well, that's pretty hard. Friends, we have many reasons to stop. We stop when we're comfortable, when our lives feel secure enough that the world's brokenness seems like someone else's problem. We build places of safety and tell ourselves we've earned our rest. We stop when overwhelmed, when problems feel too big, too numerous, too impossible. We are links in a chain, travelers on a path that others walked before and will walk after us. The understanding of hope as a practice is woven into the wisdom traditions of the world. Christianity speaks of faith as a mustard seed, the smallest thing that grows into something vast, planted through action. Judaism offers tikkun olam, the repair of the world, insisting we are obligated to the work even if completion lies beyond our lifetime. We are not required to complete the work, but neither are we free to abandon it. Buddhism gives us the bodhisattva vow, commitment to liberation of all beings across countless lifetimes. Hinduism teaches karma yoga, the path of action without attachment to results. You have a right to perform your duty, but not to the fruits of action. In Islam, there is a concept of trusting God while taking action. The Prophet Muhammad said, even if the world would end tomorrow, you should still plant a tree today. In Unitarian Universalism, we embrace many paths to hope. We embrace that this belief that although the arc is long, it bends towards justice. And therefore, we keep going. We believe in one another and in our ability to do great things together. We have an excerpt from the reading that's inspired from the biblical text that's shared by Martin Luther King Jr. in the back of our gray hymnal. Out of a stone of despair, I will hew a mountain of hope, or something like that. I might have said it backward. Out of a mountain of despair, I will hew a stone of hope. There we go. Thank you. I was doing that one from memory. Across these traditions, hope isn't optimism about outcomes. Hope is faithfulness to the journey itself. We're on a journey. So then in Rebecca Solnit's reading, she delivers to us something that I find really radical. She says, you don't stop walking, you don't stop because there's no way forward. Of course there's no way. Of course there is no way. What does it mean to make a way out of no way? She doesn't promise a clear path. She says something far more challenging and liberating. There's no way, and you walk anyway. There's no way, and you go forth anyway. You walk the path into being, you make the way. This reminded me of something that Jane Fonda said, and I just had to put it in here because love her. Love Jane Fonda. She said, it's in the spaces of not knowing that the seeds of hope reside. And when we take action, those seeds sprout. Both of these sayings, you walk the path into being, you make the way. When we take action, the seeds sprout. This is the same truth. Uncertainty isn't hope's enemy. It's the soil in which hope grows. Which, I mean, thank goodness, I really want to embrace that one because there's a lot of uncertainty right now. That's what hope actually looks like. Not certainty, not a guarantee, not a map. Hope is moving forward, especially when there is no clear path. The audacious act of moving into uncertainty. Hope lives, not in our certainty, but in our willingness to act anyway. The seeds wait in the darkness of not knowing. When we move, speak truth, extend a hand, they sprout. Think about every social movement, every leap of human progress. Someone had to go first. Someone had to move into the space where there was no path and make one. The suffragists, the civil rights marchers, the people who stand in front of tanks, the ones who said, "This isn't right," when everyone else said, "This is just how things are." Think of the students who survived Parkland. They had no roadmap for how to change gun laws in America. Countless others have tried and failed. But they started anyway. These amazing young people who'd been through so much trauma. They organized, they spoke, they marched, and while the work is far from finished, as we know, they created a path that others are now following. They just walked it into being. They didn't stop because there was no way forward, because we've been told there's no way forward on that one, and we've seen it over and over. They acted in the spaces of not knowing, and some hope sprouted there. Rebecca Solnit tells us to look backward to grasp the long history that we're moving forward from, the paths that others have made, the road that we came in on. This is our inheritance, whether it be in this congregation, whether it be in your school board meetings, whether it be in your co-op, in your housing situation, in your apartment co-op, in your community, whether it be in politics. We didn't get here alone. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, who made paths we now sometimes take for granted. But we're starting to take them for granted less, I think, now. Those who fought the battles so that we wouldn't have to fight them again. Have you seen those protest signs of the people who are like, you know, I've been out here doing this forever, but I'm still doing it anyway. I thought I would be done by now. I'm 80 years old. I'm out here protesting. I thought I would be able to rest by now. And rest is so important to the movement. We come here on Sunday and other times of the week and rebuild our energy and get inspired, because no one can just keep going without building in that rest. We look forward to the possibility, not the certainty. That's what we mean by hope, Solnit says. And then you look past it into the impossible, and that doesn't stop you either. The impossible doesn't stop you. I just like to let that sink in. The impossible doesn't stop you. What impossible thing have you stopped moving toward? What path have you abandoned because you couldn't see a way forward? What if you started going again? Even the impossible Even the things we cannot conceive of achieving, the dreams too big to hold, the future too bright to believe in, what if even that doesn't stop you? Because hope isn't about what's possible. Hope is about what's necessary. And then after all this philosophical exploration, after all these grand statements about history and possibility and the impossible future, we come back to earth with the most practical instruction of all. But mostly, as Soulnit says, you just walk. Left foot, right foot, left foot. Just keep moving forward. That's what makes you unstoppable. And I know there are those of you here who are unstoppable. And I know that there are those of you here who are the ones who are like, you know what, I'm not going to the protest, but I will make the sandwiches for the protesters. Or I'm going to sign a petition. Or I'm going to make that phone call. Or I'm going to show up and volunteer for the women's holiday sale. But this is the scandal of hope. It's not dramatic. It's not a lightning bolt or a divine intervention. It's the simple, mundane, repetitive act of just keeping going. Do the next thing, try again, help one person, sign one petition, have one difficult conversation, make one small change, plant one seed. This is how the real and lasting change happens, how the impossible becomes possible. By people who refuse to stop going. My friends, our time desperately needs this kind of hope. Not wishful thinking, not passive waiting, but radical, active hope that says, I will keep going. I will be part of making the way. You are needed. You are needed. You are needed. Each of you matters. Your willingness to continue when you can't see the destination, when you're tired and uncertain, that matters more than you know. Someone is watching you. Someone needs the path you're creating by refusing to stop. Did someone come to mind when I say that? Someone is watching. It might not be someone that you know, but you're making a difference. So let's be unstoppable. I think we can do it. I know we can. We don't have another choice. Not because success is certain. I mean, honestly, like in the broad span of history, success being certain in this situation is not something that's played out in the favor of the progressive liberals, is it? Nope. But because there is more to win, more to lose, and others who need us. Because the future is bigger than our imaginations. Because not knowing, because in the not knowing, hope's seeds wait for our action. Because it's just one at a time, one action at a time, is how the world changes. So this week, take a step, just one. Maybe it's the conversation that you've been avoiding, the volunteer position you've been meaning to show up, or the apology that must be made, or the boundary that must be set, the dream you've been afraid to speak. One at a time, then another, and this, my friends, is how we become unstoppable. Blessed be, may you be filled with hope. May you find ways to choose hope as a radical act. Will you come sing a song with me? Will you rise in body or spirit and sing our closing hymn, number 346, Come Sing a Song with Me? Seated. May you embrace the radical act of choosing hope. May it be a spiritual practice. May you do it in community with those who maybe not think exactly like you, but love like you. Go in peace, knowing that we are one and you are loved.